Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, Alhamdulillah, today, Puan Muhammad Afisha, Alam Jelas, Alhamdulillah, Ahlan wa Sahlan. Alhamdulillah, today we are going to continue our third episode of Quranic parenting, which is today, insyaAllah, we'll be doing Surah Al-Ikhlas. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we did Surah Al-Falaq last episode with Arifin, and this time Arifin is with us as well. Alhamdulillah. So, okay, wait, before that, let's start with the dua for the class alone. This dua is for so that so that Allah help us to understand better, so that whatever we say, insyaAllah, it will be more enlightened by Allah to other people about what we're saying, and insyaAllah it's going to be okay. So do you know the dua? No? Okay. And I think if I read it, then you know what it is. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So the meaning is, Ya Allah, expand our chest, make it easy for us, and make Rabbi shrah amri, my matters, make it easy my matters. Amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli means that loose the knots on our tongue. Permudahkanlah untuk orang memahami what we say to other people. So that's the doa, what the doa is about. Okay, alright, so today insyaAllah we'll be doing Surah Al-Ikhlas. So Surah Al-Ikhlas is in Juzu 30 in the Quran, and Surah number 112. Alright. Okay, so for you guys who are new here, thank you so much for being with us. And if you think that this is going to be beneficial for many people, go ahead and tag other people and share it with them. Inshallah, it will be beneficial for us and for you and for them, inshallah. Alright, so now Arifin will be reading the Surah Al-Ikhlas.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, mashallah. Okay, so Surah Al-Ikhlas, it is do you know if this surah is a Makkiyah or Madaniyah?
Makkiyah, because it's mengagungkan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala.
Nice, yeah.
Yang
Yes.
Allah tu Ahad.
Yes, so usually Surah Makkiyah is the one that's talking about Aqidah, about Allah, and Surah Madaniyah is usually about the hukum-hukum that comes after that. So that is the general. There are of course a lot of other
Specific things.
other thing that makes it a Makkiyah or Madaniyah. Okay, so now Alun Arifin, he will read the meanings of the surah. Can you please read for us the meaning, Alun?
Okay.
Sorry, Arifin.
Say, and saya say, He Allah is
You
one.
can hold it and read it while looking at the camera.
And second,
Mm-hmm.
and second ayah is Allah who is sought by all. Third, He begets not, nor He was begotten. And ayah fourth, the fourth ayah, and there is none comparable to him. No, that's all.
Yeah, so it's a very short. It's a very short ayats actually. It's only about four
Yes.
ayats. Okay, so Surah Al-Ikhlas, the introduction to it would be that it's a surah Makkiyah. It is the 112th surah in the Quran, and it contains 4 ayat which talks about oneness of Allah in 4 ayat. Okay, so Qul huwallahu ahad. Ustazah Icha, alhamdulillah dapat join dari Singapore. Ahlan wa sahlan. Hai. Okay, so just now Arifin read, he said Qul huwallahu ahad. So this is when actually Allah revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying that answer to these Quraysh, these people in Mecca at that time, say to them that Allah is one. So in Arabic, okay, whoever knows what's the numbers in Arabic, or maybe Arifin, you can also like tell me what is the numbers in Arabic from 1 to 5, and then we will start with the meaning of this first ayat. What's the numbers?
In Arabic, واحد اثنين ثلاثة أربعة خمسة.
Yes, so the first one is wahid. Yeah. Wahid means one. But if you see in Surah Al-Ikhlas, it doesn't say Qul huwallahu wahid. Right? It's ahad. So if you want to know why, it's actually because ahad means the one and only. The one and only, meaning
The only one.
Yes, the only one, the one and only. There is no same thing as it. Kan macam kalau kita ada satu benda je, it means it's only one thing. So that is what in Arabic what it means. Okay, ahad. So it's different from wahid and ahad. Wahid is one, yes, betul, wahid is one. Tapi ahad means one and only. So this is, if we reflect on this ayat alone, Qul huwallahu ahad, we are Allah is trying to explain to us that there is nothing that is same like him, similar like him in any way. Even if you want to compare it to someone, to something, a situation kan, about Allah, it is still completely different, because Allah is the one and only. He is ahad. Okay, so alright, and from the tafsir, we are, by the way, for those who are new with us, we are using Tafsir As-Sa'di for our tafsir session. So in this tafsir, Qul huwallahu ahad, means that he Allah is one. So Allah is saying, say it with certain faith. Maksudnya you betul-betul yakin, believing in it and understand its meaning. So you are not just saying Allah tu satu, macam like it is as if there is nothing about it. Like you're saying, like you are yakin, you yakin lah that Allah tu satu, and that He is the one and unique, to whom alone belongs utmost perfection. Allah only yang perfect. To Him belong the most beautiful names, and perfect all His attributes. His deeds are far above from any shortcomings, and He has no counterpart and no equal. So you bayangkan, in only that one ayat, there's like so many tafsir behind that for Tafsir As-Sa'di. Of course, this tafsir should be based on the Quran and Sunnah. Okay, so and then Allah said Allahu Samad. Allahu Samad, tadi what does it mean?
Allah is sought by all.
Do you understand what that means?
No.
Okay, sought by all. Sought by all, it means that to meet
All needs.
Yeah, so it means that Allahu Samad, Allah is the one who meets everyone's need, everything's needs. Contoh, us as humans, we have our own needs, and Allah is the one that fulfill that needs to us. Allah yang penuhi all those keperluan that we have in ourselves. And then for example, pokok is a living thing. They also have needs, and Allah is the one who fulfill the needs to them. You get it now? Allah. Okay. So actually, as-samad kan alone, they have two meanings. One is that Allah is all-knowing. Macam kita, we don't know everything, but Allah, He is all-knowing. He knows every single thing in ways that we cannot even imagine. And then another meaning is that He is free from all needs. Okay, He is free from all needs. He is not dependent of anything, and He is forever. So we are the one who is dependent on Allah, and Allah is not dependent on anyone.
Allah is independent.
Yes, He is independent, and for example,
in anything.
Yes, from anything. So, okay, based on this one, when we recite this verse, we should keep in mind that everyone needs Allah, and Allah needs no one. And realize that there are billions of creatures. Kalau we imagine that maybe, okay, Arifin seorang, Fatin seorang, and you guys by yourself. But imagine, this is just us, but Allah is controlling now. Do you know how many billion of us in this world? We have around 7 billion people right now on earth who is alive. Okay, and we imagine that many people, Allah is controlling all that. Allah is fulfilling all those people's needs. From a baby who is just born, baby tu nak susu the ibu dia kan, Allah is fulfilling that through the mom, for example. And then there are so many other things kan. And then okay, and then what's the next ayat? This one?
Lam yalid wa lam yulad.
Okay, so and the meaning is He begets not, He does not, He did neither beget, and nor is He begotten. Does that make sense? I mean, I think you know the meaning, but the English is a bit you're not so familiar.
I know begotten, God.
Okay, so begotten means diperanakkan, dilahirkan. Okay, so in this ayat, Allah Allah menafikan, Allah denies that dia membuat tidak beranak, dia tidak beranak dan tidak diperanakkan. So Allah menafikan that dia tu beranak dan dia tidak juga diperanakkan as some comparison of God that has been made. Okay, because Allah said kalau Allah beranak, it means that Allah have ciri-ciri manusia. Because manusia or not just manusia, but the living things kan, manusia, haiwan, tumbuh-tumbuhan kan. So Allah said, I am free of that. Lam yalid, aku tak beranak. Walam yulad, dan aku juga tak diperanakkan. Aku bukanlah anak seseorang kan. So macam Arifin anak siapa?
Nabila.
Okay, anak Nabila and Faiz. Okay, dan Acik anak Daud. Okay, so we are all sons and daughters of somebody. But is Allah sons of somebody or daughter of somebody? No. So that is what Allah is saying in this ayat, the third ayat, lam yalid wa lam yulad. Yes. So Allah, when we are reciting this ayat, we should try to feel this is the responsibility for us to convey to other people. But we should convey, of course, in a way where there's full of wisdom. Tak boleh, you cannot be harsh, because that's not the way of dakwah. Okay. Alright, so in this tafsir, he said, in his perfection, in Allah's perfection, where Allah said He begets not, nor was He begotten, because Allah is completely independent of means. Meaning Allah tu memang dah ada daripada kalau kita, we always know there is a start of the time and the end of the time. But for Allah is infinite. It means that there is no nor begin, no end, but He has always been there. Kan? So Allah is saying that even though nothing memperanakkan aku, or I don't even have a partner, but I have always been here. So that is what we have to reflect ourselves. Kan kita, both of us, and then this is the reminder to both of us, and also of course to other people after that. And then baru after that Allah said, after lam yalid wa lam yulad, and then what does He say?
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ.
Yes. And what does it mean? Can you read it for us?
And there is none comparable to Him.
Yes, to anyone.
Yes, anyone.
Yes. So Allah is saying, and in this surah itself, Allah already mentioned about He is not comparable to anyone, to anything, either in His names, attributes, or deeds. Blessed and exalted is He. So if we learn about Tawheed, we know that there is 3 types of Tawheed. 3 types of Tawheed is Rububiyah. Satu lagi Asma wa Sifat.
Yes.
Okay. And then His names, attributes, or deeds. I suddenly forgot what's the another one. We have to look for that. But there is 3 levels, and in this surah it talks about Asma wa Sifat of Allah. So it means that keimanan kita terhadap Allah dalam nama-nama Allah. Kan we know that Allah, how many names do Allah have?
99.
99. So kita beriman dengan nama-nama Allah yang 99 tu. Okay. So what can we take away from this is that nobody is equal or comparable to Allah in Allah's entity, in His attributes, dia punya sifat, His rights, Allah punya hak, His powers, Allah punya kuasa, and if His deeds, what Allah can do. So if we imagine the vastness of what Allah can do to the whole world, and it's just not world tau. Kalau world we imagine it's very limited. World, if you imagine it kan, it's only the earth. Tapi we were talking about the universe. Universe includes, what does it include?
Galaxies.
The galaxies, the stars, the sun, the moon, everything in the whole universe. Allah is controlling all that. So imagine kita sebagai manusia, we only know like between these 4 doors, 4 walls. Kita boleh nampak, kita tahu apa yang terjadi dalam 4 lingkungan ni je. But Allah is controlling the whole world, which is subhanallah. We could not imagine lots of that. And we imagine that Allah is the one who creates all that, and it has been so many years, many billions of years, kan? Okay, so what we can do, what we can take away from this is that, okay, can you recite this for us, please, Alon? This part, this first paragraph.
It is love.
Yes.
One of the companions of the Prophet used to recite Surah Al-Ikhlas followed by some other surah in every raka'at of Salah. When the Prophet asked him about this, he said, I love it very much. The Prophet said, Your love for this surah has made you enter Jannah.
Kan?
Allah.
So what Arifin just read, it is one of the kisah about Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and a sahabat. So this sahabat, dia baca Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Always.
He always read it in his salat, in every rakaat of his salat. And so when Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam heard this, he asked them.
He asked the sahabat.
Yes, yeah, like you are reading this surah in your every rakaat kan? And then he said to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I love the surah very much. I love it very much kan? And then Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said to him that because of your love to this surah, you will enter Jannah. Wah, mashallah. So among
your love for this surah has made you the love
so
for the
dia dah
surah
memang
of
tempah siap-siap has made you enter Jannah.
Enter Jannah.
Yeah. So this what we can do, how we can develop the feeling of love when we are reading this surah is by we have to always reflect ourselves on what we do, whether because we know that Allah is one. He is the one who is creating us. What can we do to show to Allah that we are grateful, humble to Him? And so while doing that, baru then we can start develop the love for this surah. And do you know another thing about Surah Al-Ikhlas? I know, maybe.
I know about the oneness of Allah.
The oneness of Allah. Nice. That's a great start. So, Surah Al-Ikhlas is considered as seperti, it's like as if you are reading 1/3 of the Quran. Seperti baca 1/3 of the Quran. So, and Rasulullah also practiced to read this before his sleep. He read the 3 kuls. So now we already did Al-Ikhlas, Al-Falaq and An-Nas. So he read all these 3 kuls before he goes to sleep. So and kalau reading one Surah Al-Ikhlas is like 1/3 of the Quran, Allah said if you read all 3, it's like
the whole Quran.
Yeah, so it's like you're reading the whole Quran. So this is one of the virtues of reading the 3 kuls. That is the takeaway that we can take from this surah. So we can start practicing it. Kita baca and not sekadar baca, but also reflect what the surah is about, what's the meaning, and how we can apply it to our daily life, which we can. Can you sebab I did with you Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Ikhlas. So can you tell me maybe one thing that you think about when we talk about Surah Al-Ikhlas? Yes, it's about oneness of Allah, but what contoh from this book. Dia kata evaluate kan, how many times did I follow my desire? According to the Quran, following one's own desire is to make it God. So I want you to reflect on yourself, and I can also share mine. Because dalam Quran Allah said that if in dalam surah berapa? Surah ke-45 ayat 23. If you guys have a mushaf tafsir in front of you, maybe you guys can open surah ke-45 ayat 23, where Allah said in the Quran, if one if a person is following their nafsu, their desire, it means that they are making the nafsu or desire as God. So maybe we can ask ourselves one thing today and ask if we can change that. Okay, so let's start with you. Maybe just one thing and reflect back.
One thing.
And what about you guys as well? If you guys want to share what is the one thing that you guys might have followed your nafsu, your desire, and what that can you change that? While we wait for Arifin's answer, after I give my answer, you give your answer, okay? Deal lah. Deal lah.
Okay.
Deal.
Continue.
Deal. You do this.
What?
Okay. Okay. So for me, the thing that we could change. So this is a part of the process so that we can appreciate Surah Al-Ikhlas more. When we realize what we make nafsu for, what we make, when we make our nafsu and we follow it instead of following what is supposed to be right. Okay, for example, oh my god, this is quite embarrassing, but I wake up late. Arifin knows this, but you guys don't know it. I wake up late. It's not late until that I miss subuh, alhamdulillah, but it's late where kalau nak buat extra more yang tahajud or before that is possibly not possible, and that is because I sleep late. So what I can change that nafsu of sleeping late and doing other things is to sleep early and realize what I can make myself to sleep early. So that is mine. What is yours?
And mine, before this I didn't used to go to the masjid, to the mosque, but now every prayer, even Fajr, I go to the mosque. I went to the mosque.
You mean you want to change that before
yes,
this?
Before this, sometime I went, sometime I don't care.
But before this, Corona, memang you cannot go.
No, after the buka one, I didn't go.
Okay, yeah, but that was because we were afraid that you were gonna, but because you become imam at home for us, right? So, but yeah, inshallah, now that maybe because it's been a while juga that you have not gone to the masjid, so it feels like the momentum is quite slow, maybe, right? And then so now to build up the momentum back,
Just for a while, not too.
yeah.
Just
So that is one thing that you want to change, where because yeah, for guys it should be a must actually to go to the masjid.
Yes, any masjid.
Yes. Yeah, of course, any masjid. But it's a must for especially if you are already dah balik semua, then yes, it's a must. Unless there's other reasons or a legit reason, then yes. So, inshallah, I pray that you get to you get to achieve your goal to not miss your prayers in
At
the masjid, at the masjid or at the musalla. And if you guys want to share what is one thing that you might want to change and reflect on this ayat. So what I'm doing actually right now, if you're just coming inside this live, we are reflecting on what is one of our desires, our nafsu that we follow a bit too much, and what we want to change it. And why this is a part of appreciating this surah is because we are appreciating and being grateful that Allah has made us His servant, and Allah has made Him as our creator. So one of the things that we want to make sure that we are following our creator's apa yang He asked us to do, then that is the most important thing, and we have to train ourselves because sometimes we forget, kan? But we always have to keep track of it and always reflect so that we become a better person every day, inshallah. So that is for, actually I feel that we miss a lot still, but I feel maybe it's okay for just a short brief session, inshallah. And if it has been beneficial for you, you can like this video and share it with the people that you think that will benefit from this, inshallah. And thank you so much from us, Fatin and Arifin from Quranic Parenting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, guys.